Hey, welcome to episode 2 of Lead and Win the Room. I'm Russ Patterson, and this is a podcast for people managers where I share some tips and tricks to try to help you get the most out of your team. Over the next few episodes, I'm going to be sharing 4 ways you can use tactics that are kind of drawn from the world of agile software development to help you lead any kind of team more effectively. And this first one that I'm going to be sharing in this episode is a really important one. It's probably one of the most powerful things you can have in your toolkit as a leader. It creates better alignment, it improves productivity, it strengthens your culture, and it usually produces better outcomes from all those things as well. This one's called How to Gain Better Support and Engagement for Any Initiative, and this is Lead and Win the Room with Russ Patterson. So a few weeks back, I was meeting with a guy that I've been mentoring for a little while, and he's recently taken over the leadership of an existing team that had kind of plateaued in their performance. He was tasked with turning things around. So he cooked up a really clever plan, but when he went to roll it out, he found that people were kind of digging their heels in and fighting him on a little bit. At least he wasn't getting the kind of support and enthusiasm for his plan that he hoped for and expected. So what do you do if you're a leader and you have a really clever plan up your sleeve that you want to create buy-in and support for? Well, the answer is you want to keep it up your sleeve. Keep it up your sleeve for the time being. 2 reasons for that. The first is if you're a leader and you're presenting a plan to your subordinates, you have to ask yourself, will they have the courage to speak up and point out the small flaws in your idea or your project? Will they have the courage to point out that your idea is maybe deeply flawed? Maybe it's even terrible. Maybe they will, but you're asking people to speak up through the shadow that you cast as a leader. And even if you think you're very approachable, that's still maybe asking a lot of people, and you're risking not taking in some input that could be really important. The second thing is, look, you are excited about your plan because it's your plan, right? It happened inside your head. You see it in living color, in high resolution. When you try to share your plan with others, they're going to be perceiving it in kind of low resolution, black and white at best. It's just not the same experiencing somebody else's ideas as it is generating ideas on your own. You don't experience them in the same way, and that's because listening to people is work. Watching people present a PowerPoint is work. Reading documentation is work. These are all ways that you're just trying to take in somebody else's ideas, and these were the kind of the old ways that we used to try to design software from great big giant detailed requirements that were sort of written in advance. Um, the best way to get people excited about your plan is to let it be their plan. If you want to achieve buy-in and support for your plan, keep it in your pocket and put your energy into very clearly defining and communicating the objective. What is the thing that you're trying to achieve? And why are you trying to achieve it? Who's going to benefit? How will you measure it? Make sure the place that you're trying to get to is very, very well understood by everybody, and then get the heck out of the way. Allow a little room for people to apply their own creativity and their own ideas. Let them experience the ideation phase of the journey for themselves, because then that whole plan and that whole initiative is going to live much more richly in their imagination. It's just more fun to work on things that you're involved in instead of things that have just been kind of assigned to you. You're always going to have the option to speak later because you're the leader. You can always add your ideas to a plan later on. So if you're a leader and you want to gain support and buy-in for some kind of project or initiative, the way to get that done is to set the objective. Put your energy into setting that objective really clearly, and then get the heck out of the way. Allow room for the team to put in their own ideas, their own creativity, and you're almost certainly going to end up with a way better plan and a way better outcome. Even if you don't end up with a better plan, arguably, at the very least, you've created a situation where now everybody feels like they had a chance to be heard and that their opinion was respected. And that's not a bad place to start. if you want to achieve buy-in and support for anything that you're trying to get done. So if you haven't tried this before, oh my goodness, you have to give it a try. It works 100% of the time. It works whether you have a change that you're trying to implement with just one person or a huge project that you're trying to run with a gigantic cross-functional team. By allowing the time and space for people to apply their own creativity, or at least have the opportunity to apply their own creativity, you will create a stronger sense of ownership. You will produce stronger execution, better enthusiasm, stronger culture, and better outcomes. I hope you found this content useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, forward. Any of those things are greatly appreciated. And in my next episode, I'm going to share another cool management trick that is adapted from the world of agile software development that I think you're going to find really useful as well. This has been Lead and Win the Room, and I'm Russ Patterson.